going on, broskies? It is Lupus, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you guys about all that we know having to do with Dragon's Teeth and Final Stand. As you guys know, Dragon's Teeth is right around the corner, and we have gotten a lot of information having to do with it recently, including the weapons and map names, and I'm sure you guys have been overwhelmed with all this information, but I would like to quickly go over everything that we know in one video. Just in case you missed some of it, you will not miss it within this video. And then I also like to go over a little bit of information we just found out about the Final Stand DLC. So to start off with, in the Dragon's Teeth DLC, we will get a new game mode, 4 new maps, 5 new weapons, and 2 new pieces of equipment, as well as some dog tags and some other assignments on top of that. Now, the game mode that we are going to see is a game mode called Chain Link, and basically what happens is you are playing Conquest, and you are able to chain link 2 objectives together, which will drain the enemy's tickets faster. And how I think this is going to work is if you look in the bottom left corner of your screen when you're playing Battlefield, you have a map. And above the map, you see from A to F to G, however many objectives there are on that map, you will see all of the flags right there and who is possessing each one. And what I believe is if you have 2 or 3 objectives that are all next to each other on that bar, you can link them together and drain the enemy's tickets faster. However, if those objectives are separated, such as if you have A and C but you do not have B, you cannot link those together. So this will add a little bit more strategy to how you are going to go about capturing objectives within Conquest. You are not just going to go after the closest objective, you're going to go after an objective that is closest to one that you have already, so you can link those together and drain your enemy's tickets faster. Now onto the maps you get within the DLC. They include the following: Propaganda, Lamphini Garden, Pearl Market, and Sunken Dragon. Now, Propaganda we actually have gotten a little bit of a look at when Battlefield uploaded a picture to Twitter showing the riot shield and the new PDW that are going to be within the DLC. However, if you look in the background, you will see a tower, and this tower is located in Korea. And if you look back at some of the trailers from last summer when Battlefield was still in the process of being made, there was a trailer where they showed an image of a computer screen with a map that they were working on. Now that map in that screenshot has the exact same tower from this image, so they are the same map. They are one and the same, and this DLC has been in the making for quite some time now. In this image, you are able to see a wider idea of what the map will actually look like, and it reminds me kind of Operation Exodus from the co-op mission in Battlefield 3. It's a very nice urban environment, and it looks like it's going to have a lot of levels within it, which I think is going to be very enjoyable. The next map is Lamphini Garden, and I believe this is going to be located within the massive Lamphini Park located in Bangkok, and it's not going to be the entire park, I don't believe, but it could very well be. But since it says Lamphini Garden, I think it is going to be centralized around a certain location within the massive park. And it might have some resorts in it, because in Lamphini Park there are a lot of resorts surrounding the massive lake within it, and so I think we're going to have some sort of lake in the middle, and we're going to have a lot of resorts and huts and things like that. So it's going to have some urbanness to it, but I think that you have to have one odd one out of the bunch, and that's probably what this map is going to be. The next map is Pearl Market, and this is located within the massive Pearl Market in Beijing. Now this is a massive building. If you've ever been to a mall, it's probably something like that, where it has a lot of stores within it. However, this thing is gargantuan, and I believe most of the battles are primarily going to take place within the building itself. However, you could probably go outside in some of the surrounding areas as well, but most of the battling will probably take within or on top of the Pearl Market. Now, the last and final map we see within this list is Sunken Dragon, and I don't know exactly what this map could be like, but I do have a general idea according to the name. We don't have very much information, but according to the name, I believe it probably has some sort of sunken ship within the middle of the map, whether it is some sort of Asian battleship that is ancient and is crashed in the middle and has some sort of significance, or if it's just some massive aircraft carrier that has sunk in the middle of the map. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it doesn't have anything sunken at all, and that's just a random name that they decided to put with it that has no relevance to what is actually on the map at all. I don't really know. Now onto the weapons that are going to be within the DLC. They include the following: the Unica 6 pistol, which is going to be another revolver to add on top of the 3 we already have, and the Desert Eagle pistol, which a lot of people are going to be excited about just because it is a gun enthusiast favorite and it is a first-person shooter enthusiast favorite because it's been in so many games, and it is the only pistol at this point that shoots a 50 caliber round and unfortunately within the game it is not going to be shooting that 50 caliber. It is going to be rather shooting a 44 round because they don't want it to be too overpowered. So it's going to have a very similar damage model to the 44 Magnum. However, it is not going to have that same trigger delay. The Bulldog Assault Rifle is the next weapon, and this is probably going to be very similar to the Scar 8 just because it shoots the same round, it has a very similar capacity magazine, and it has a very similar firing rate. The next weapon is the PDW, which is the MPX. This has no outstanding traits. It shoots a 9mm like most of the other PDWs. Its firing rate is less than impressive, and it has a standard round magazine. So it could end up being good, but it may not. It might end up being the next SR2, which the SR2 was nothing extraordinary in the first place, but ended up being one of the best PDWs within the game. The last and final weapon is the CS5 Sniper Rifle, which, thank God, is a bolt-action sniper rifle, unlike the SRR 338. And this gun is going to be a very good sniper rifle in my opinion. It looks good, it has a very M4 style look to it, and it is going to be a powerful sniper rifle on top of that. So a lot of you aggressive recon fans out there will definitely enjoy this sniper rifle, especially because it's probably going to have a fast reload like a lot of other M4 variant weapons. Now onto the gadgets you get within the DLC. They include the ballistic shield and the armed EOD bot. The ballistic shield is not going to be like a standard riot shield. It is going to be more like a sheet of metal with a tiny slit where there's going to be bulletproof glass. I believe you're going to also be able to set the shield down in certain locations to provide temporary cover, and I also believe that it is not going to be as overpowered as people think. This shield will actually be susceptible to all types of bullets. It will be able to withstand smaller bullets better than larger bullets, so the bigger the bullet it shoots, the more damage and the more penetration power it will have against the ballistic shield. So pistols will not do much to the shield, but a sniper rifle and an LMG will do very much, and an assault rifle and PDW will be somewhere in the middle. The next one is the armed EOD bot. So we're finally going to get an EOD bot Wally that is going to have a bunch of miniguns as well as rockets and grenade launchers covering it. So this could be a very interesting weapon. It may be something really overpowered, or it could be something that people will enjoy using until they find out how weak it is, because DICE could make it super easy to take out. This could go either way, but I'm hoping DICE can find a happy medium where this weapon is going to be very efficient without being overpowered. Now on to the last and final thing I want to talk about in today's video. This has to do with Final Stand. They recently came out with a trailer going over some more premium features, but in this video we finally got a glimpse at some stuff that is going to be within Final Stand. And the most notable thing was this right here. Now I know what you are thinking, what is that thing? It's called an MKV, which stands for a multi-kill vehicle, and it is mainly going to be an SUAV on steroids primarily. It's going to be a hovering device that flies around, and it has miniguns and rockets mounted on it. So in the upcoming 2 DLCs, we're going to get an EOD bot on steroids, and we're going to get an SUAV on steroids basically. And I'm not exactly sure what this means. This could give us some hints towards Final Stand, how it's going to be using a lot of advanced technology. This might be the final stand within the war where they begin to use a lot of prototype weapons such as the MKV, which is a prototype weapon as of now, and they might start using all these futuristic things. We might end up seeing some more futuristic type weapons and mech suits. I don't know what we could see. After seeing this within the trailer, there's a lot of ideas that are going around about Final Stand. That is all for today's video. I wanted to quickly go over everything that we have right now in a simple little video so that you guys could catch up on anything you missed. But that is all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. But as always, this has been Lupus, and I will catch you guys in the next one.